Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a look at a figure who's no stranger to headlines. Mark Zuckerberg. He co-founded Facebook, now Meta. But what's fascinating to me, at least, is there's so much more to his story than just Facebook. So today, we're diving into the lesser-known achievements of Mark Zuckerberg. To help me with this, I've got an expert in the tech world with us.
Yeah, we're going to go beyond the headlines, beyond just the Facebook story, and really look at what makes this guy tick. So
let's rewind the clock a bit, back to the beginning. Before Facebook, before Harvard, we're talking ZuckNet.
ZuckNet.
This is 11-year-old Mark Zuckerberg creating a messaging system for his house. It connected his computer with his dad's dental office.
It's amazing. I mean, at 11, to have that level of understanding of networking, even basic networking, It's really fascinating. It really foreshadows his later fascination with connecting people.
Yeah, and then fast forward a little bit, high school, he creates a music player that used, get this, machine learning. It analyzed your listening habits.
Yeah, incredible for a high schooler. And it even got reviewed by PC Magazine, 3 out of 5 stars.
Not bad.
Pretty good for a high school kid, right?
Yeah. I mean, while we were all trying to figure out how Napster worked, he was over here building AI music players.
I know. But it's interesting, the algorithm behind Synapse used something called collaborative filtering. It would look for patterns. And this early interest in AI algorithms is kind of the foundation for a lot of what made Facebook successful, right?
So he gets to Harvard, and he doesn't stop. He's still building, still coding. He creates Course Match, which helps students pick classes based on what their friends were taking.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that the seeds of Facebook are right there in a lot of these early projects.
For sure. But then there's Face Mash. It definitely shook things up at Harvard.
Oh, yeah. A hot or not for student photos.
It's got him into some trouble.
It did.
Harvard shut it down, right?
They did, yeah. There were ethical concerns about using student photos without consent.
Yeah, Zuckerberg had to face disciplinary actions.
It's a key moment, though, because it shows his willingness to push boundaries, even if it means crossing some lines,
Yeah.
Innovation often comes with controversy, and he wasn't afraid of it.
Definitely. And it kind of sets the stage for Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
He learns from the Face Mash experience, technically, socially, and channels that into Facebook.
Right. And within a few months of launching Facebook from his dorm room, it had spread to multiple universities, and then he had to make a decision.
He drops out of Harvard. Huge risk, obviously.
It's a huge risk.
But obviously paid off.
It did. But this shows his entrepreneurial side, his willingness to bet on himself.
And from there, it's just this whirlwind. Challenges, triumphs, legal battles connecting the world.
Those early years were crazy for him. He faced lawsuits, like the Winklevoss twins, Divya and Narendra, who claimed he stole the idea for Facebook.
Yeah, I remember those. Major hurdles for Facebook.
They were. Dragged on for years, millions of dollars in settlements.
Facebook shares involved.
It's a reminder that even with these amazing innovations, the legal stuff can be so complex. And navigating all of that became a big part of his journey.
For sure. And then there's Eduardo Saverin, Facebook's first CFO, a key figure early on. That lawsuit over Saverin's stake in Facebook.
Yeah, building a business with friends, it can get so messy.
It can.
And that lawsuit really highlighted how important it is to have clear agreements from the beginning.
Absolutely. And it's amazing Zuckerberg managed to navigate all of this, while at the same time, Facebook is just exploding in popularity.
Right. He was thrown into the deep end. And he didn't just swim, he thrived.
Yeah. And I think it speaks to his resilience, his focus, his ability to adapt and learn.
Yeah, those are qualities that we see again and again throughout his career.
And those qualities, they really come to the forefront when you look at what he does beyond Facebook. Zuckerberg isn't just about social networks. He's got ambitions that go way beyond the digital world. He wants to use technology to tackle some of the world's biggest problems.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about next. We're going to delve into some of those big ideas, those big projects, and see how Zuckerberg is trying to make a difference.
I'm excited for that. Stay with us. We were talking about Zuckerberg's ambitions beyond just the digital world.
Exactly.
And a perfect example of that is Internet.org, which he launched back in 2013.
A bold initiative, really ambitious, to bring internet access to billions of people who were still offline at the time. The goal was to bridge what they called the digital divide.
It's a massive undertaking, and I imagine it caused a lot of debate.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people were critical of it. They said it prioritized Facebook over a neutral internet.
So it brought up that whole issue of net neutrality, which is still a hot topic today.
It is, and it's a complicated issue, no easy answers. But I think regardless of those criticisms, Internet.org did shine a light on digital inclusion. It made people aware of just how many people didn't have basic internet access.
Right, and the opportunities that come with it. So again, we see Zuckerberg identifying a problem and really going for it, trying to solve it, even if it means facing pushback. But let's move on to something else. The Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, or CZI. This is something he co-founded with his wife, Priscilla Chan, back in 2015.
This is where we see his commitment to philanthropy. They pledged to donate 99% of their Facebook shares to CZI, which focuses on advancing human potential and promoting equality.
That's a huge commitment, one of the biggest philanthropic pledges ever.
It is, and they're not just giving money. They're really involved in how CZI is run, investing in these long-term projects to tackle some really big problems.
Like that $100 million donation to Newark Public Schools. A major investment in education.
Yeah, huge investment. And then there's the Chan Zuckerberg BioHub, a research center in San Francisco, bringing together scientists, engineers to work on curing, preventing, managing diseases.
An interdisciplinary approach.
Right, breaking down those traditional barriers in research to encourage collaboration, new ideas.
And then you've got Zuckerberg involved in Breakthrough Starshot. Now we're talking futuristic stuff.
Breakthrough Starshot is so cool. It's about developing these tiny spacecraft that could travel to another star system within our lifetimes.
It sounds like science fiction.
It does, but they're actually making progress.
Amazing. It shows Zuckerberg's thinking long-term, not just about problems today, but decades, even centuries from now.
Yeah, that's something we see throughout his career, this willingness to support these bold, futuristic ideas. He's not content with just small steps. He wants breakthroughs.
So we've seen him as a programmer, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and now a space explorer.
He's a polymath. He's got this incredible ability to learn and adapt, and he's always pushing himself and everyone around him to do more.
It's inspiring to see someone use their success to tackle so many different things. It makes you think, what will his legacy be? Facebook? Or his work on poverty, disease, education?
That's a great question, one that we'll be debating for years to come. But it's clear he's made a huge impact on the world. He's changed how we communicate, how we get information, how we connect with each other.
So we've really gone deep on Mark Zuckerberg, from coding as a kid to tackling these huge global challenges. It's clear he's not afraid to dream big.
He really isn't.
So what do you think? What's next for him?
That's the big question, right? Does he keep growing Meta? Or maybe dive even deeper into AI, virtual reality.
Or even double down on his philanthropy with CZI.
Yeah, I mean, he's someone who thinks long-term. We're talking decades, not just a few years. He's looking to make a real impact, and that could take many different forms.
And let's not forget about space. Breakthrough Starshot is just the beginning, maybe.
Right. Could we see a Zuckerberg-funded mission to Mars someday? I wouldn't rule it out.
It's pretty exciting to think about. But zooming out a bit, how do you think he'll ultimately be remembered?
That's a tough one. The founder of Facebook, the architect of social media, or will it be his work through CZI? It's hard to say.
It is, but no matter what, he's changed the world, that's for sure.
Absolutely. He's transformed how we communicate, how we get information, how we connect with each other.
So what can our listeners take away from all this?
I think it's a reminder that anyone can make a difference. You know, Zuckerberg's story shows us, even with all the controversy, the setbacks, if you're dedicated to solving problems, to making things better, you can achieve amazing things.
It's definitely a story that makes you think. What will Zuckerberg do next? How will technology keep shaping our lives? And what role will each of us play in that future?
Big questions. And if you want to explore Zuckerberg's thinking even more, I'd recommend checking out his book club. It gives you a glimpse into what interests him.
That's a great tip. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Mark Zuckerberg. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep.